Tick-tock, time to rock. Rocking it all the way into the new year with D Wood and Vocab Malone. How you doing, Vocab?
What's up, man? Happy New Year, almost.
Yep.
Man, I'm super glad to be here, man. I found this hat at the last second, though. It's the same one you wore to be Santa in the Boom Boom Room.
Yeah, and he only jumped on that because he saw I had a hat.
Yeah, and I saw how awesome and epic and cool you looked, and I realized...
Yeah, see, it's kind of like a witch's hat, though. It says Happy 2020 on it.
Yeah, well, son of a witch you are. You know, I have another hat that's in the wardrobe closet that I don't really want to wear that has a similar shape to the one you have, except the problem is it's all white.
That was, he's talking about our KKK costume, I think. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
So,
if you don't know what we're talking about, go ahead and watch Muhammad Meets a Klansman video that got banned for, gosh, how much? Couple months?
Yeah, it was off.
Like it was a couple months, yeah.
Wow,
and then they eventually just restored it. It was weird.
I'm going to improve my lighting here. I'm going to look cooler here in a second.
Well, everyone, we're just going to basically hang out for the next 2 hours until the ball drops. And then I'm going to fall into a coma-like sleep because I am tired. And you want to start off the new year with a good night's sleep. Hey.
What?
Look. I hear an What did you unplug that? That's the problem. I hear an echo.
Not anymore, you don't.
All right, so basically, guys, we're just going to be chatting the entire time. Take any questions.
Better than you because all you got is like drapes or something behind you, you know?
Although Vocab keeps saying he's got like 20 things he wants to do in 2020, so we're going to have to hear those things. And you know, the fewer things you like set as your resolution and stuff, the more likely you are to keep them, right?
Yeah, but they're small things.
Like 20?
Yeah, 20.
I mean,
20.
if it's 20 things and they're small, like, you know, rearrange my sock drawer and things like that.
No, I don't have personal stuff on there. This is all stuff related to the ministry, to the channel.
Oh, okay.
Know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
good.
like that.
20 ministry things? Ministry and channel things?
Yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah.
That's a bunch.
Yeah, we'll see what you think, though. Maybe you'll think they're good, maybe they're not. Hey.
Hang on quick. Shout out to Mr. Snuffleupagus Esquire for joining the Boom Squad, the greatest squad of all squads.
It's the greatest squad of all squads.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Andrew Graham says it's been January 1st for half a day now, so I'm guessing he's on the opposite side of the world, maybe Australia or something. That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We got lots of Happy New Year's wishes. Beth Bob, Zuby Buzz, Diana S, 121 Jones.
So, David, what color for my bookshelf do you think is a good New Year's color? Watch, because I can make it all kinds of colors from my phone.
I think one of your 20 things should be getting that for all your shelves so that one shelf just doesn't look stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's really expensive.
What do you got there? You need 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 more?
Yeah.
You got to get it. It's gonna look cool.
It would look cool, but
People are gonna be so impressed that they're just gonna keep watch your channel just to be mesmerized by your cool lit up bookshelf.
I hope so.
Right now, you look like a poor dude who like just came up with just enough money to get one shelf done, which is true, right?
Yes, that's true. And also, I have to touch up the gray in my beard real quick.
Do you actually do that?
No, only when I'm live on air.
This is awesome. Hang on, we got a couple of shout outs here. This is cool, man. This is like confession time. Vocab is, dude. I have to say, I like a little bit of the gray, man. I keep telling you, it's got that everlast. Once you started, like, you know.
I mean, I like a little bit, but I just want to moderate it, you know.
And you know, even though Mr. Fantastic had his on the side, It was cool, right? You got to have a little gray in there. It makes you look wiser. You know the Hebrew Israelite's going to take this, right? Take this clip from color in your beard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've stopped caring with.
We already have some Hebrew Israelites in the chat.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, they all think I grew my beard because I want to be like them, and I've been hanging out with them. They actually
not because you always wanted a beard and weren't allowed to have one for work until your work finally allowed you to.
Yeah, but I've stopped trying to explain things to them, and I've stopped caring what they think. Honestly, I realized I was out of frame. It was just like the side of my. Wow, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Cheryl R for the super sticker. Cyber X Speed for joining the Boom Squad. Boom Squad is gonna like blow up and be like 1 million people. We'll be funding all kinds of channels. Christopher Young says in the super chat, says Happy New Year to the dynamic duo. What's the latest on your brother David? Actually, guys, remind me in about 5 minutes. And the reason is that when I did a live stream yesterday, people were asking at the beginning how my brother's doing. I gave them an update, and then for the entire rest of the live stream, people who weren't there at the very beginning kept coming in and asking how my brother's doing. So give me 5 to 10 more minutes, and then we'll talk a little bit about my brother. Do have a little bit of an update.
I've been meaning to ask you real quick, David. How's your brother doing?
We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. And what kind of dirtbag is going to do that talk about my brother to be funny? You see what we're dealing with here, right? By the way, on beards, because what you get from the Hebrew Israelites, I get the exact same thing from Muslims, right? You're trying to look like a Muslim. Not realizing I have always my entire life wanted a beard. I want one of the cool beards. What are those dudes called? What are the dudes? No. What are the dudes who sit around like drinking whiskey or like sitting in coffee shops and they have like a long beard?
Muslims?
No, like Christians, lots of Calvinist dudes. They have those long beards.
Oh, you want to be reformed. You want to smoke a cigar.
I don't want to be reformed, but one of those cool dudes who sits around with a long beard. Now, unfortunately, I can't because when my beard gets long, it kind of grows out, right? So you can see some videos where I let my beard grow a little bit and it starts growing out.
Here's what you need. You need beard oil, okay? I use some... This is actually my friend, Marcus Pittman, right? From Apologia. He actually makes he sponsors his own beard oil. This is the Christmas blend. And it's called King Ginger's Christmas Blend. You put it on, your beard smells like Christmas magic. You have no idea how good my beard smells right now.
I've never wanted to know how your beard smells. Please don't tell me how your beard smells.
My beard smells just like my hat looks, but better.
If I ever get close enough to you to know how your beard smells, it's because we're finally fighting and I'm choking you out on the ground.
And Islamicized me. We did get close like that several times.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So here's the thing: you put this on. You
didn't have a beard.
Well, yes, but you put this on and it makes your beard smell good, and you put it down. It gives it a little luster, and it helps hold it down. My point is, there's products for this. You're not the first person that has, Grizzly Adams beard. You can take care of it though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I always wanted a beard. The problem was, for most of my life, I had a big. I forget where it was. I had a big, basically like a sort of a $50 shaped bald spot where hair just didn't grow. And then for some reason, it slowly started filling in over time. And then it finally filled in. And as soon as that filled in mostly, then I was like, cool, I can get my beard now. And then Muslims are, you're trying to be like us. We invented the beard.
Yeah. The other problem you had is you had that giant bulbous, nasty, gross thing on the top of your neck. It just makes everything look bad, Yeah,
it does. It's pretty hideous. Well, that's why I wanted a beard, to cover some of that up.
All right. Well, I know we're going to get started, but first I wanted to make a drink live on air.
What kind of?
So in here, I've got lime and candy cherries, first of all. See that? Okay. Next, David Wood, I have this.
Is this a New Year's thing, or is this just like what you do like when you're thirsty?
Both.
Okay.
Now, you can't see this as well as you need to, but do you have any guesses what this is, David?
Estrogen?
All right, here it comes. Dun 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 dun.
Death Star Ice Cube.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, if you could just see it live, it looks so much better. And so that goes in the mason jar. Oh! Oops.
Oh,
Oh, no!
that was classic. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was not planned. Hey,
You've
could
got,
you...
huh?
Um,
We all understand that as I'm going through comments here, Vocab's going to be sitting there cleaning up glass. What are the odds, man? You got to use a bigger. You know, if you've got a giant chunk of ice and you're trying to ram it into a mason jar, that you should make sure it actually fits, right? Okay, hang on. Benjamin Handelman, shout out for joining the Boom Squad, and Carol L for joining the Boom Squad. By the way, those of you on the Boom Squad, supposedly, I uploaded the badges, and supposedly after 1 month, the badge changes from Moomin Rider to Genos. And I haven't seen any Genoses yet, and I know it's been a month, so I don't know how that works. If you guys see a Genos somewhere, let me know. Unless they wait for like a full like the full month, like all of December, even though people signed up in some people signed up in November. Maybe they go all the way through December. I don't know. I just haven't seen any Genoses yet. Shout out to Elvis Bose. Happy New Year, Maranatha, in the super chat. All right. I'm already way behind on comments, but I'm trying to restrain cracking up laughing for the next 10 minutes over Vocab exploding that. I want to take that clip because that was an epic clip. So I can tell a lot of the people who must be from Australia and New Zealand and so on, Happy New Year already for those of us in the future. It's kind of a similar situation for me and Vocab because he's out in Arizona, and so he's a couple hours behind me. So when I actually wish everyone Happy New Year here in about an hour and 40-some minutes, Vocab is still going to be in 2019. That's how he is. He's always behind. He's always behind the times. Hello, David. Happy New Year. Happy New Zealand year to all. Happy New Year from London. So, yeah, basically anyone across the ocean is already the New Year. Guys, has anything cool happened? Has anything cool happened in the new year? How you doing, Vocab?
all right, I just gotta. I'm worried that I'm gonna drink some glass now or something, but man, they are banging hardcore outside my window. I did cut myself a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty intense, dude.
Yeah, it's all.
That's gonna be an awesome story for
yeah
years to come now.
That was not planned. That definitely is not my intention anyway. All right, I'm gonna try to transfer it over. I'll and hopefully there's
you're pouring that into another cup.
Yeah, why not?
Hold on, you just shattered the glass inside that glass, and you're like, well, I don't want to mess up my drink, so I still want to drink it. So
yeah, exactly. I'll just use a straw to try to hopefully avoid eating any glass chunks. Do you think I'll be all right?
Yeah, but you should sort of filter it through your mouth before. You know what I mean? Swish it around in your mouth a little bit. Make sure there's no chunks of glass in there. It reminds me of like when I cook eggs and I get eggshells in my eggs, and I'm like, who cares? I'll just chew them up. But that's like glass, dude.
I've heard of people eating glass before.
Yeah, that happens.
All right. So first, I put sparkling water on top of the Death Star cube, right?
Yeah.
So
we got a. Okay, finish your recipe.
So I got some sparkling orange water.
First, start at the beginning for anyone who just tuned in.
Oh, I got limes and candied cherries. And I put some sparkling water as the base, and I put some Italia lime juice in there. So I got actual limes, some candied cherries. You know the maraschino, whatever. And then I put the sparkling water base. Okay, now I think I'm running out of room in here, but I'm going to put a little bit of actual orange juice. Just a tad, all right? I might have to do this one other time throughout the show, but I won't try to be so distracting with it. I'll just kind of do it in the sneak tip, you know what I mean? And then I'm at a little bit of Red Bull. I mean, we are going to be up all night, right?
No, we're going to be up for an hour and 40 minutes, and then the ball's going to drop, and I'm going to be asleep.
Are you serious?
I'm going to conk right out, dude.
Well, I'm not. I'm going to be amped because I'm putting a little bit of Diet Mountain Dew in here.
All right.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, I got to drink some of it down because I need to add one other thing, which is sugar-free raspberry Tarani. It's a flavor device.
Mm-hmm.
I add that. Do you think I should add any ingredients that are rated PG-13, or should I leave those out?
I've never had that many ingredients in anything.
What do you mean? What about soups and stuff?
I'm talking about drinks, man. Obviously, if I make a pot of chili, then I'm putting a lot of ingredients in it or something like that. I'm talking about drinks. You got like 10 things in there.
Yeah, it's pretty good, though. It is definitely pretty good. It's real flavorful, real smooth, too. It's not like a soda. You know, it's got like a natural kind of nice feel in it. You know what I mean? It's real good, and it's looking cooler by the second. I mean, look at this. This freaking looks awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. It sure does, man.
Okay. We'll get started about the serious stuff. I just got to finish this up. That's all.
Where's that comment from Christina? She posted a cool comment here.
Little trouble.
Christine S. in the super chat said, Happy New Year from London. Sending this gift in 2020 back to 2019. I'm enjoying the party.
Nice.
Was beginning to get bored in 2020.
Hello, Marty. She's on Marty McFly.
2020 was boring, so she had to go back to 2019.
Man, I saw this really, really messed up skit. I'm trying to remember. It was some comedy troupe on Facebook. And there's a part in there where they're talking about time travel in some movie, right? And the guy's like bringing up all these problems with the time travel. And he's like, not only that, you'd have to deal with the Marty McFly syndrome. And he's going to talk about, erasing yourself and all this. And the guy looks at him and goes, Parkinson's?
That's messed up, dude. See, that's the sort of stuff you like, right? That's the sort of stuff. And it's messed up because I'm a psychopath. And I can sit here, man, and go, no, that's messed up. Shouldn't say stuff like that, right? That's like when we were doing Muhammad Meets Stephen Hawking. And my original line is, I just have a quotation. Almost everything Stephen Hawking says in that video is just actual quotes from Stephen Hawking. And then Stephen Hawking gives this quote about if I could fix any failing in mankind, it would be like aggression or whatever. And I said, if I could, so I said that, and then Vocab blurts out, not your legs? And say you think that you're sitting there cracking up laughing. I'm laughing that you think that's hilarious because you're a messed up dude.
I'm thinking in the mind of Muhammad, right? So
yeah, but no, you're thinking in the mind of Vocab Malone, and you can get away with it because you're going to say, "Oh no, it's just Muhammad, man."
He's earnest, he's honest, he says what comes to his mind, And so David had this line, which is Stephen Hawking. He's like, if I could fix any failing in humankind, it would be aggression. And then Muhammad, because I said it in the script when you were reading it, we were going through it, and not your legs. Oh man, I think I am gonna get cut on glass. I see glass all over the studio. Nothing like that's ever happened before. Just so you know, I'm pretty much a professional when it comes to making.
It's cool that we got it live.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a professional when it comes to making my Italian soda infused with flavor devices.
Yeah, I can imagine if you were like a bartender or something like that, trying to show someone your epic drink skills, and then you like shower everyone with glass, and people have glass stuck in their eyes and stuff like that. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. But
all
okay.
Right. I think we should start with update on my brother, and then you can go through your 20 things you're going to fail at in 2020.
All right, I'll let you know. People are saying that drink I made is bad for me. Why? Why is it bad for me? Animal, I think you're being very culturally insensitive right now, because that essentially is an infused Italian soda, and it feels like you're dissing my culture.
Yeah, Italians are the most healthy people in the world.
Yeah, heck yeah. Fat Joey and Skinny Tony and Three-Fingered, Frankie. Yeah, that's right.
Me and Nabil were standing outside of Matter of fact, we passed it. We passed it when we were heading to New York. But me and Nabil were standing outside of an Italian restaurant one day, and all these Italians were standing out there. And I go, "Hey, Nabil, watch this! Hey, Tony!" And like 3 guys turned around.
You know, the old joke is,
I was cracking up at that for like 3 hours.
well, funny because Anthony Rogers' name is Tony. That's what
Yeah, yeah.
everyone does in his real life. Because I don't know if you guys know, Anthony Rogers is Sicilian. They don't call him, you know what I mean, Anthony. Everybody calls him Tony, right? So
Yeah.
the old joke is, what happened is when the Italians from Sicily were leaving, it's like they asked them where they're going, and they said to New York, and so they just stamped on all their foreheads to NY, and then when they got on the other side of El Sign, they're all like, "Hey, Tony!" Because I saw 2NY.
True story, everyone. True story. Quick, let's see. Before we jump into the update, from Onim, not rice. Onime. What is that? What is ONIME? It looks like anime, but with a O. Onime. Onime, no rice. Says from New Zealand. Says Happy New Year to you two. Thank you for all you do. Your forecast for New Year's Day is overcast. It's overcast here in Auckland, New Zealand. Big ups. All right, quick update on. Let me pull up one of the many requests for an update on my brother. So the news so far, basically the last update was that he's been improving a little bit each day. Nothing terribly dramatic, but the good news is that for the first few days, the only functions he seemed to have were functions that are associated with the brain stem. So basic activities related to survival, like reflexes, pupils dilating, things like that. So very, very basic functions like that. Whereas the update from my mom today was that he's able to speak in kind of whispers. He's still pretty disoriented. The question that he could actually answer was that they asked him, does he know where he is? And he said Morgantown. So he got the town right, but he spent a lot of his life in Morgantown. Mom said he is kind of like rambling stuff that doesn't make any sense. So he was saying something. He was sitting there saying something. Oh, he owes me $2.13. He still owes me $2.13, which isn't connected to anything. But the good side is that is higher brain function, right? That is not brainstem activity. That's sort of confused memories and things like that. But he's got some speaking. And he's got some memories, not great memories right now. But again, he's been improving a little bit each day. So I'm probably, I got to go to vocabs. I think I'm coming to your place out on the 9th. We're going to record. We've posted 17 episodes of the Boom Boom Room. We have 3 more that we've recorded but haven't been posted. We realized after the Muhammad meets Santa that we just had Muhammad convert to Christianity, and we basically had 2 options. One, we could just completely ignore that and just proceed with Boom Boom Rooms, and he proceeds as a Muslim. That would kind of fit because I mean he blows himself up every week and then comes back, and so there's not a lot of logic to the Boom Boom Room. But we decided instead that even though we already have a few more episodes recorded, we'll go ahead and pause those real quick and then get together for the final to record the final 5 episodes of the season, and then whichever one is next, we will have Muhammad apostatize, probably because he finds out that Jesus and all his followers were Jews, and he'll flip out and reject Christianity and go back to Islam. And so we'll do something like that. We'll have that in some sort of creative way. Anyway, I'm heading to vocabs on the 9th. I would definitely want to get to see my brother. Want to drive to see. It's about a 7-hour drive, so I want to get to see my brother again before then. And so probably a few days from now, I'll drive to Morgantown, West Virginia, and I'll record an update. And post that. So that's the update on my brother. If anyone comes in later and says, "Hey, can I get an update on Manny?" then just tell him, "Hey, go back and watch earlier." People are joking on your drink there. That concoction is ridiculous.
Well, they're clearly all racist, so I'd have no time for bigots. So I'm just gonna block them all.
Vocab, just so you know, when you were making that, it reminded me of something. It reminded me of fifth grade. In fifth grade, students were required to come up with some sort of invention, right? And so people were inventing things and stuff like that, trying to come up with their own inventions. I invented a device that would shoot a rubber band at someone who walked in my room.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But several of the really, really lazy students invented drinks, right? So they just came in with a bottle full of their drink, and they explained, I mixed it with half Kool-Aid and then some soda, and then I added more sugar to it, and then I squirted some lemon in there, and so they just go in there on how they invented a drink, and all they did was just pour a bunch of stuff that was in their refrigerator in their bottle. But yeah, Vocab, that's basically what you just did.
Well, I got a whole nother level. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 8 ingredients in this thing, so that doesn't count the straw. Hey, when you said your brother had some whispers.
Were you listening to what I said?
Yeah. Would you describe them as careless?
What the heck is wrong with you? Vocab will joke about anything, right? I got a brother who everyone just thought was possibly brain dead. Matter of fact, that's what the doctor said. My mom said the doctor, after she was telling my mom, basically, he's not going to recover from this. He's going to die. So take him to a place where they're going to give him comfort care and keep him there until he dies. And then once he started basically speaking a little bit and whispering, she said that doctor will not come around her anymore because the doctor's going to look like an idiot. So anyway, but then Vocab just jokes about it like it's the funniest thing in the world. This is a sick dude, right? He jokes about disabled people and
careless whispers.
Yeah, I know what the reference is to. It's just
well, it's what? Here's the thing. When we first started hanging out more, Nabil had passed.
Yeah.
And I kind of reached out and stuff, and it was like, radio silence, and I realized this dude doesn't even care about no comfort. This dude doesn't want any condolences at all. He just
Who, me?
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
And so I decided it's better when stuff like this happens to kind of make fun of stuff.
So you go to the opposite extreme, right? Look, whenever tragedy strikes, the first thought this is sad. This is sad. It's part of my disorder, but it's basically the first thought when anything bad happens is crap. Now a bunch of people are going to try and call me. They're going to text me. They're going to send me emails, and they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what happened and stuff." Like that's supposed to do anything, right? Whereas so vocab caught on. Hey, I'm not terribly interested in that sort of thing. I understand that people have good intentions. It's just really annoying. But Vocab, he goes in the other direction. Let's all joke. See, now you're reminding me of my dad. I tell people during my testimony that my friend Jimmy Lindholm died parasailing, and that's where I realized I was kind of messed up. That I was having no emotional reaction to my best friend dying in a parasailing accident. But I went home and my dad started joking about that, and I was like, okay, I have no emotional reaction, but this guy's joking about it. So anyway,
really, your dad. The funniest thing you ever said about your dad is when we were talking about those Hebrew Israelites, and it wasn't funny because they murdered people, but then they said that they found handcuff keys.
Oh yeah.
On them. And I was talking about it on a live stream, and David comes in the live chat and says, my dad always carried handcuffs keys with him everywhere he went to. And I thought it was the strangest thing. I didn't even know that was like a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we were talking about, my dad just had the habit of always carrying a handcuff key in case of emergency. So I never knew my dad to be, see, it's weird because by that time, by the time he was older, my dad was in the military and stuff. It made sense. It would make sense when he was younger. He was a drug dealer. He was he got busted several times. He got out of. He had told me he got busted with 6 pounds or 8 pounds, and I eventually told my mom the story. I said, yeah, he said he got busted with 6 pounds. My mom goes, 6? More like 60. Do you know how much it was? It was like this when she starts holding her hands out. She's like, it was this much. And so there was a story because my mom told me this story that she was pregnant with me and she was on probation. This is how messed up my family is, guys. My mom was on probation for trying to burn down a police officer's house and then shooting the house. And instead of hitting the police officer, it hit a baby in the leg. The baby didn't die, but a bullet hit a baby in the leg. That was sitting in a high chair. So anyway, just to be clear, my mom wasn't the one who did that. She's with the group that did that. And so, but she was like 14 when it happened. So she was on probation. Then she was 15. She was pregnant with me. And then she said she just randomly looked through the peephole and saw all these guys about ready to bust in. So she plopped herself in front of the door because there was a wall in front of it, allowed her to like put her legs up against the wall to hold the door. And she starts yelling for my dad that to get rid of the drugs and stuff like that. But it was too much for him to get rid of before they busted up in there. But so my first drug bust was when I was in my mother's womb. But anyway, back then it made sense for my dad to have a handcuff key. You never know when you might have the opportunity to escape. That would happen sometimes, like if a cop, cuffs you and makes you sit on the curb while he's doing something. Well, if you got a handcuff key and you can, get it out of your pocket, because they don't, if they're doing a pat down, they won't feel a little tiny key most of the time. And so if you can get that out of your pocket, you can uncuff yourself. As soon as he turns around, you just roll up out of there. Or if you run away while you're handcuffed and you make it out of there, then you're going to want to be able to get those handcuffs off. Anyway, that's my family when I was growing up. But so yeah, vocab thought it was fun. Anyway, I put this vodka comment up there because a lot of people said you need to add vodka to your drink. So here's another one, vodka. Unite the People of Britain says you need alcohol. Everyone, vocab is not a drinker.
Yeah, I'm not. It takes me like 1 year to go through one little tiny thing if I even have it in the house. And then a lot of times friends, well, I don't know if I want to. Basically, if friends come over and they buy some and they leave it in the fridge, it stays until they return, basically. Yeah. But every now and then I'll put something in a drink to spice it up a little, but it's so minor, and it's just a real minor spice. Because if I have like this much tequila, I just fall asleep. Like it's just total, there's no, anyways. People's comments are interesting. Their reactions to us are interesting.
Kathy here says, watching from Morgantown. This is hang on. I want to comment on Kathy here, but before that, Kevin Riggs said, is this Christian Science? So I'm back here on the comments of when you were making your drink. And he's saying, is this Christian Science? So you're mixing your drink together.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Kathy said she's watching from Morgantown. Here's what sucked. I was in Morgantown for several days, going to the hospital with my brother. And I wasn't reading the vast majority of comments to the videos I posted. But afterwards, I noticed there were multiple comments. Hey, I'm in Morgantown, or hey, I'm right by Morgantown. So, people could have come and hung out in the hospital and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I'll be back up in Morgantown here. Well, definitely before I head to Vocabs on the 9th. I want to get up there. Yep. All right, vocab.
You never realized how many hillbilly fans you had?
I don't know. I think they can sense the hillbilly. Just so everyone knows, Morgantown isn't a hillbilly town. It's a college town, so it's kind of a mixture. You have like hillbilly and non-hillbilly all mixed together. But I'm from Granville. West Virginia, which is a giant trailer park town, right outside of Morgantown. And it's got like a population of, I don't know what it is, like 400 or 500 or something. This is a big trailer park, but that is pretty hillbilly. It's pretty hillbilly out there. A Little Strength says, David, are you going to kiss Vocab at midnight? Vocab is a couple thousand miles away from me, so no. And if I was there,
still no,
probably not.
But I do have my dog here, but we will not be.
First of all, let's compare these. So Beth Bob says lime and cherry sounds good. So you have people who are looking at your drink going, oh, that looks good. Zachary Spears sums up my reaction perfectly. He says, lol, too much work. that's how I am, right? Like I don't care if it's delicious and if water is much more plain. The water is so much easier that I would rather have the water. Or if I want something that's flavored, uh, Kool-Aid, Gatorade, something that's really really simple. If I have to sit there and add 12 different ingredients to it, it has to be something more important than just making something sweet.
I
Like
think it's hilarious that you still drink Kool-Aid. The only time I drink Kool-Aid still, and this is kind of cool, I got a friend named G-Con, and he comes through to Phoenix every now and then, and he always wants to go to this soul food restaurant called Lolo's, right? It's on the south side. It's like 5 minutes from my house. We go down there.
whoa, you never taken me there, man.
You're right. I actually probably should have taken you there.
I bet
Next
they
time
have.
you're-
I bet. See, all I go there for is banging mac and cheese, man. I bet they have
They
banging
have
mac and
banging,
cheese.
yeah, they have
I
banging
knew
mac,
it. I knew it, man.
and they got
No one does it like those soul food places.
really good chicken, and I'm not a big waffles guy, but their chicken and waffles is good, okay? And they got a lot of other good stuff, and it's good. The funniest thing is, though, they have a variety of flavors of Kool-Aid on the menu, and they even got it like painted on the wall, like it's a major part of it, and they just bring out these giant things of Kool-Aid, and it's actually really really good Kool-Aid. So the only time I drink Kool-Aid anymore is when I go to Lolo's. I'm like, you know what, give me that purple Saurus Rex, which is like it's purple and lemonade mix, because that stuff's the bomb, man.
Yeah. No. Normally, lots of places just call it by the color, like red, purple. Yeah. Jesse Armiger says, thanks for the live stream last night. In the super chat here says, thanks for the live stream last night, Vocab. Really enjoyed every minute. God bless y'all in 2020. I think I'm going to start making videos. Brother David, thanks for Islam education. Soli Deo Gloria. Awesome stuff that people, I've seen a lot of those just since I posted my video earlier today. People saying they wanna do it. Because it's basically, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Some of you are gonna try it and not be very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep working at it, you can still be successful. But most people aren't gonna blow up. You know what I mean? It's like, we can all start weightlifting. Most of us are not going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Like it's a unique combination of factors that can really make someone really blow up. Everyone can be, everyone who works hard can make an impact on YouTube. But so here's my thinking, right? When someone tells me, hey, David, I want to do YouTube, I'm thinking, that it might work, might not work. I don't know. I'd have to see, your videos. But when 40 people tell me, David, I want to start making videos, then I'm really happy, because I'm thinking, hey, even if 38 or 39 of you, it just, it doesn't work out. One of you will probably be really, really, really good at it, just because, people have different personalities and people have different abilities and different knowledge and stuff like that. And so it's really cool. I hope you're one of the guys who really makes awesome content there, Jesse.
And we also need some dope apologetic gals that bring that heat in 2020 as well. And you know what else I want to see?
Did you say gals?
Yeah, I said gals. And I also want to see some really like young, you know what I mean? Like smart kids, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like if you got it, start it. Remember that we were at that apologetics conference and there's like that 18, 19-year-old kid who had already written an apologetics book?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, go do it, man.
You remember that other kid we were talking to for a while? Young guy.
I think so.
I told him he'd be good. He was kind of a small guy, but he had a really.
Oh yeah. He was real smart. That kid is super smart.
He was super smart, and he had a really likable personality. And I was saying, I told him, I said, dude, you have a good personality for YouTube, right? You would do well, because guys are going to break it down for you, for people who want to do YouTube, right? Again, I'm pointing this out, that if you work hard on YouTube, you can do cool stuff on YouTube. But some people are just going to do better than others, and that's going to come down to things like, things like their personality and stuff like that, whether they're naturally funny or sarcastic or whatever gives them an additional edge. But we're talking to this young guy, and he's just really, really really likable guy, and he's like really happy when he's talking about stuff, and really really smart, putting things together and into nice arguments and stuff. And I told him, I said, dude, you have the right personality to succeed on YouTube. So looking forward to young guys like that, who, again, I said in my video today, I think the younger generation is going to come along. I think they're going to do it better than us, and I look forward to the day years from now when I can just sit back and basically be a cheerleader for other people, and just, you know, lend my support or lend anything I have to other people. But basically, hey, I don't need to keep giving my stuff, because these guys are out here and they're doing it better. So I look forward to that. Shout out to Kevin Riggs in the super chat. Didn't leave a comment, but left some money. That's cool.
I think people got confused. I said gals and really young, like kids, like teenagers, high schoolers.
Okay,
so
I was
you're
not
not
saying young gals.
No, I never said that. I'm not in Muhammad character. I wasn't saying that I needed young gals. I was not saying that at all.
We need more young gals.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I have enough, but, you know.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't saying that.
All right, so yeah, we'll get to some more comments here, because again, that's basically what we're doing. But Vocab, you did say that you had a list of 20 things you want to do in 2020. I'm mainly interested in that because it's cool to have a record of it right here before we even get to 2020, and that way, you know, a year from now, we can play this clip and we can see whether, you know, how much of that you got to. So you want to go through those?
Yeah, and what I was thinking is you could help me on air. I'm totally cool with this. So you have free pass. Even the live chat. You know what? This is a ban-free zone right now as far as for me for this. What I'm saying is, you guys can help me even tweak these. So I'll say it, and then you can help me tweak it, and I can alter the docket right now if you want. All right, so Street Apologist 2020 goals. 20 goals for 2020. Number 1, there are no particular order, by the way. Number 1, hire a weekly part-time video editor. So right now I've got a guy that kind of does quarter-time work for me, and he edits stuff, but I'm barely able to make the payments, and he undercharges me. Mm-hmm. I want to have a legit weekly guy who's constantly editing content, because I've noticed I can put out a ton of content, mm-hmm. but the magic happens in the editing room. And I can edit, but I'm not as good as you. I'm not as good as John, I've noticed. It's not my main strength. So I don't mind editing my videos and saying, hey, look, I did this video. But I kind of realize people could do it better. So really, I got some dope editors, but I'd like to have them basically be churning out, you know, 3 videos every week. So I got a part-time editor, but they're all the time there, meaning it's every week I'm giving them the same amount. They're putting out the same amount of hours every single week to really kill it, because that way I'm not only having the live streams, but also I have some videos of other stuff that they've edited together. Mm-hmm. And I've done that, a little bit of that. If you saw in 2019, I started to do some of that, but I want to do more and better as far as that. And that's number 1.
All right, Vocab, I'm going to periodically introduce you just so I don't get too terribly backed up in comments. So we'll have a couple points by you, and then go through a couple comments. We'll keep going back and forth. But that is a good goal. But notice that's a pretty big goal, right? When you said it was going to be 20 smallish goals, I was thinking, you know, make a video about this or something like that. That's finding a good editor and then being able to cover his costs and stuff. That's a pretty big project, but pretty important one. And I have similar. Clorox Bleach here said Vocab and Epstein. I think that was when you were talking about young girls. Funny part is, guys, we finally gave in. I think we're going to do Muhammad meets Epstein. I think we're going to do that as one of these 5. So just so everyone knows, we're doing. Our plan is to do seasons of 25 episodes. We've already posted 17. We've recorded 3 more, so we have basically 20 episodes already. So next time I go out to Vocabs, we're going to record 5 more. And yep, one of these is most likely going to be Epstein there. And Lois Barrett said, thank you for your ministry. Please pray for Caitlin, my daughter. Happy New Year. Complete healing for Manny in Jesus' name. Amen. Vocab, we don't know Caitlin. You want to pray for Caitlin real quick?
Yes.
Right.
Let me do this because I feel silly with a sand hat on. All right, just for a second. All right, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for Caitlin today, and we thank you for even other people who are not speaking their requests out here. But God, we pray for Caitlin. We pray for her situation with her family. God, you see all the ins and outs, and you know them 100%. You know them completely. You know exactly what she needs. You know exactly what the family needs, and we just agree with Lois that you would wrap up Caitlin in your arms, in your loving arms, protect her, guide her, show her your mercy, show her your grace, let her truly understand who you are, and the awesome complete healing you believe that you bring. And I pray that she believes the gospel with her whole heart. She doesn't now, and if she already does, God, let her believe it more in 2020, where she becomes a powerful warrior for the Lord. And also, we agree with her also for complete healing for Manny. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Yeah. It's funny. I was like, why is he covering that up, man? Just because he's wearing a hat? But then I was thinking, yeah, it would be weird praying with this on my head. It's kind of weird. I mean, for people who are sitting there watching, and I'm sitting here praying, and then I got this ridiculous thing on my head. You know what sucked about Manny, man?
You seem to be doing okay.
He was doing okay, and we were gonna bring him down here, right? I was gonna get him a room somewhere down here where he could kind of be out of the environment. Because that, guys, just so you know, that's the problem with getting locked up and going to rehab, and then going back to the same area where you were doing all the stuff before. Because guess what? All your friends come knocking again. You end up hanging out with the same people and doing the same things and getting into the same trouble over and over again. And so one of the things that tends to help addicts and so on is getting completely out of their environment and getting into a new environment. So we were going to have Manny come close to us, and I was going to people don't know. I mean, Manny is like a creative genius type. So I was thinking, oh man, I'll get him started, working with me, not making videos, but the camera work. He could learn some editing, stuff like that. He's really smart, really creative. And then, so he was probably like a couple weeks away from us, bringing him close to where we live. And then, yep, this happened. So, yep, bad stuff happens, guys. Stay away from the drugs. All right, Vocab, what do you got next?
Oh, say hey, McCrae's in the live chat.
John McCrae?
Yeah.
AKA, what do you mean? Oh yeah, he left me a super chat. That's weird. We all just keep handing money to John, and John never hooks up anyone. So anyway, two people here in the super chat. Brad from Carolina says, Happy New Year. God bless all. D Wood, I'm ready for the apologetics empire. My channel is still tiny, but I'm a full-timer and ready to rumble on the front lines thwarting Marxism and atheism for Christ. Vocab, I just had Tony Costa on, and he was talking about cultural Marxism and stuff like that. And I was thinking, no one's going to be interested in this. And it was like over almost 1,000 people who were who were there for the live stream. And so I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, this is cool. Because guys, you get, when a lot of my channel is like blasting away at Muhammad, I think that's why people are showing up. And so I think, some other topic that's not connected to that's, people aren't going to be terribly interested. But yeah, I'm thinking this might be an area that people are interested in. So yeah, Brad from Carolina. Brad, no need to reinvent the wheel. So this is my advice because apparently there are lots of people in the chat who are interested in making videos and stuff like that. So Brad, no need to reinvent the wheel. There are lots of things I learned about YouTube by trial and error. And, I'd go 5 years making videos and realize I was doing something horribly wrong and then learn it and so on. But one thing to do is to start watching YouTube tutorials. There are entire channels out there that focus on giving like YouTube tips and things like that. Find one of those channels, start watching those videos. I think there's a channel called Video Influencers, and it's cool. One of them is like a Christian speaker who started making this stuff for so he could get his Christian message out on YouTube. But he learned a lot along the way, and now he makes like YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. So I think Video Influencers is one channel. Start watching those. It'll help you because basically other people have learned the hard way. There's no reason for you to learn the hard way. the things that other people have already learned. So a lot of the things you can pick up from things like that. So that's Brad, and then there is John McCrae. Thanks for the invite, losers. P.S. You both smell awful. I don't know how he knows that I smell awful, but I do. So that's just weird. But,
I don't, because I have King Ginger's Christmas Blend beard oil.
Yeah, vocab smells like Christmas. I actually wanted to invite John, but it just doesn't work when I have two people on by Skype. It would work on Zoom. But I'd already set it up. Through. I can't. Once I set it up on Ecamm, I can't do Zoom. But
well, John could call in Skype. I mean,
oh yeah, we could. Yeah, John, if you want to come on, vocab can cut out at some point. But no, dude, we got to hear these. I'm telling the truth. I want a record of these 20 things. Hang on, let me just get through these last couple things. By the way, that's John McCrae there, guys. Looking forward to seeing what John does here in 2020, and hopefully he'll be going full time here pretty soon. The Real Hope said in the super chat for the Kingdom of God. And then Rox B with the super sticker. It's cool because all of these super stickers, I've never seen the same super sticker twice, I don't think. So I'm interested in how many super stickers there are out there. This one's a fox jumping up with fireworks. I don't know if that's a special 4th of July thing because of the fireworks, but yep, shout out to Rox B there. All right, vocab. You've gotten through one so far.
Yeah, we're doing great here. People like super stickers, man. I like some pot stickers. But okay, so here we go. Thai food. So continue on here. Number 2, go live an average of 3.5 times per week. Now this is the average. So on most weeks, 3 times a week, and then on other weeks, 5 times a week. But my guess is it'll be different depending on what's going on. And so that's an average. It won't happen every week. There's weeks like when we're getting together and doing stuff, I can't do it that much during those times, but I'm about an average of 3.5 times per week. So a lot more consistent, just live, on a regular basis.
Now, do you mean on your channel specifically? Because we did start going live when I come out there.
Yeah, I think it's okay wherever it is, as long as it's basically like part of being present on the internet in a sense. Is wherever it is, I think is okay. Yeah,
it is kind of different. Go ahead.
Well, I just noticed that people seem to like when I'm live frequently, not every day, but I've noticed there's a good positive response. It's almost like it grows every day I do it. And so I just think I want to continue that on in the new year, be very regular, live on a regular basis. Go ahead though. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah. So even times when we're like getting together and recording stuff, it seems like we wouldn't have much trouble going live. But other times where you're doing a lot of stuff, like when we're meeting in February and then you get a conference right after. It seems like if you got a lot of stuff to do in a week, then it might be a little tricky.
So that's an average, that is an average. Number 3, re-upload a version of Islamicize Me on my YouTube channel during Ramadan.
Oh yeah, hang on. When is let me look up Ramadan 2020.
You tell me, and I'll put it actually.
Matter of fact, I think I already know what it is. I'm not looking yet. I believe it's April. I think our conference is. It might be the last. I think it's the first day of Ramadan.
I could just set it, just premiere. Even while we're at the conference.
No, it wasn't the first day, but we were close because our conference is I think the 26th. But yeah, Ramadan is April 23rd to May 23rd. So you've got 4 months. You got 4 months to get that ready. But that would be that'd be pretty cool series.
What should I call it this time?
I can't think because as soon as I just saw when Ramadan was, I started thinking of like what I could do for Ramadan. Oh, dude, what if we could come up with something? What if we could come up with something new for my channel for the entire month? And then apart from that, you post a different version of Islamicize Me on your channel during Ramadan. It would be like 2 epic series all during Ramadan.
All right, I'd be down with that.
There are lots of possibilities. We've been planning, Yumi and John, to do a prequel where we're actually atheists. For those of you who recall, in Islamicize Me, we start off as atheists, then we convert to Islam for 30 days. So we start off as atheists and like Dawkins fans. So we want to do a prequel. We should probably do the prequel this year because we're just going to keep getting older and we're not going to look like younger versions of ourselves. We're going to look like old versions of ourselves. It's not going to work. But
they're gonna have to Robert De Niro Irishman us.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have some major CGI. But the other, see, we need to do that because there are other things like people have been requesting for a long time to have an all-female version of Islamicize Me, right? Like where it's like three women who convert to Islam for 30 days and stuff, and then you can focus.
Whoa,
what?
I'm getting massive threats from Hebrews like as we talk.
On your phone or in the chat?
Yeah. Look at this. It's coming in as we talk.
What?
Like
we will see. Done talking. We will see. Glad you see.
It's coming in right now. Like I just joked to put why so serious. I'm gonna respond to this, but I'm gonna.
Wait. Put that back up. I want to see the comment before you said your little comment.
Yeah, it says you're a marked target.
Hang on. You're a marked target, and then you started running your mouth. That's funny because just earlier today, I posted a video and I said how you're a dude, and I based that on that comment you got when I was there, and the dude said it was after some shooting, and he said we're not violent. As soon as we become violent, vocab's going to be dead. Wait, hang on. You fake Jewish men. It's a rap. All you do is cap, and you'll blank crumbling censored. Check score. You'll blank burning, shaking, flooding, dying.
And it says get shot the F up. Get shot F up. You see it?
What? No, where?
On the bottom, right there.
No, it's covered up with a line. Yeah. There I see it. Get shot.
There's new messages coming in as we're. Do you see these are coming in as we're talking? Like whoever this is.
But by the way, vocab showing this stuff live and stuff like that. But that's just what it's like being around vocab, right? He's constantly getting messages and calls from all kinds of.
This is happening live. Promise. In the world, bro.
I'm gonna get banned. This video is gonna be banned for hate speech, and it's all coming from a Hebrew Israelite.
All I put was why so serious? That's all I put. Wow, this is insane. This is like it says bullets too. Jeez.
Saved by Grace Love says, I'm a gal who started a YouTube channel. Just so you know, Saved by Grace Love, there is that's a wide open door. There's a niche there. And Nabil and I, years ago when he was doing his master's at Biola, I just came along. I wasn't attending. I wasn't enrolled, but I went out there just because he had to be out there for 2 weeks. And so I went out there and we were hanging out with a young woman named Mary Jo Sharp, who was also doing the master's program. And we could tell that there just aren't enough women doing apologetics. There aren't enough women doing apologetics on YouTube. And so that actually gives you an edge. It makes you stand out more, right? So you got a lot of guys, you got a lot of guys doing apologetics and so on. If you're a woman, you stand out more, but especially, I don't know what you're interested in. If you end up doing something with Islam, it's kind of funny because since Islam regards you as inferior and stupid, if you're in there holding your own in arguments about Islam, you're kind of refuting Islam no matter what you do. You know what I mean? You could be giving an argument on one level, but at the same time, on a different level, you're refuting Muhammad by showing that you're outsmarting the men that you're addressing. So, are you going to be focused on these death threats, vocab?
Well, this is crazy. It says you and your family, so now you'll know where it's going to come from.
Yep.
Jeez. Anyways.
It's a good way to start the new year, vocab.
Well, it is. The thing is, it is common. It is common. It's just weird that it's happening because my Facebook messages are buzzing nonstop while we're talking, so it's just strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so
vocab. When you go live, you have to silence your phone to silence all the death threats.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
I know.
That's actually true. Nate's always like, vocab, why is your phone going off? And that's why.
Well, welcome to our world, ladies and gentlemen. All right, vocab, I think you've done 2, right? You've gone, gosh, we're going to have to be here till like 5 a.m. All right, you got 2. All right, go ahead. Everyone, these are vocab's goals for 2020. We want a record of them. Oh, gosh, there were a bunch of super chats and stuff. Anyway, we want a record of them so that this time next year we can get together again, and then we'll see how many of them vocab actually succeeded in accomplishing. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, re-upload Islamicize Me to my channel. I'm going to put all 32 episodes as premieres, the special edition. And I don't know if I'm going to call it Islamicize Me 1.5 or Exploring Islam or Converting to Islam. I don't know yet. I haven't figured. Okay. Next.
Side note, vocab. I would title them all differently. One of the things about Islamicize Me is for people who are looking for it, they can find it, but it's not something that people who aren't familiar with it are searching for. No one's searching for Islamicize Me. So you might want it on a slide, but other than that, title it something like the topics that we're dealing with in that episode, because people are searching for them. People are searching for, drinking camel urine and stuff like that. So
okay. All right, I'll do it that way. And then I got number 4. By the end of 2020, so into 2021, I want to have grown 10,000 more subs.
Wait. What was that? What was that?
I want to grow about at least 10,000 more subs. So that would put me about 28,000 by the end of next year. Right. I'm almost at 18,000.
I think that.
You think I should go higher?
I think you should go higher. 15. I would say 15 or 20. And the reason I say that is the more you have, the easier it gets, right? Your most difficult 1,000 is your first 1,000. Your second most difficult 1,000 is your next 1,000. Other than that, I mean, it took me like 6 or 7 years to get to 100,000. I got the next 100,000 like in the next 14 months, right? So basically, the more you have, the more people who are actually sharing your stuff, and the easier it gets. You haven't been doing that seriously that long. I mean, you've had a YouTube channel for a long time, but as far as seriously YouTubing, you've only been doing that for a couple of years, and you're almost up to 18,000. I mean, you're what?
It's like 17.7.
Right, yeah, 17.8. So yeah, I would set 15.
15. Okay. I'm adjusting it right now because I'm looking at the document right now. So help me out. I'm stupid. That's 33,000, I think. 18,000, let's just say, plus 15, 33,000. Okay, so it'll be 33,000 by the end of 2021.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And Christine S., as soon as you said it, said 10,000 is not ambitious enough, right? You don't want to be so ambitious that you're not going to reach it. But yeah, I agree with Christine that I'm pretty sure you could do more than 10,000. So I think 15,000 is cool because that would basically almost double your channel. And if you pass it and you actually double your channel, well, that's cool too.
All right, cool.
Yo, vocab. Side note, vocab and I talked about that once we sort of wrap up the first season of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, that we're gonna take a couple months off from that series, and that I posted a video on my channel of vocab discussing the Black Hebrew Israelites, and the video actually did well. Vocab normally doesn't record videos like that, but I told him, hey, instead of doing the Boom Boom Room, I'll come out there and just record a bunch of videos of you responding to anything you want to respond to, but we'll make them sort of that style, with him, just standing up and responding to stuff and having graphics up on the screen and so on. And that I think will help a lot. Those kinds of videos are just more shareable. You do these live streams, and people like the live streams, and that's good. That's good, but they're just not as shareable as like a 10-minute video that's addressing some specific topic. So once you combine that, you're doing your live streams, but you also have those other kinds of videos. Yeah, I think you'll do better than even 15,000 this year.
Well, I agree, and that video turned out really well. Of course, I wrote it or whatever, but you did the camera work and the editing, and man, you just did a great job. It turned out really well. That was awesome, and I love being able to put them on your channel. That really helps. A bunch of people in the live chat are saying they just now sub to me, and I really appreciate that, guys, because I know what I do is not identical what David does, and it's not for everybody, but I do appreciate that, everybody. So shout out to y'all.
And side note, guys, that's kind of as far as the video I posted earlier and saying that, you know, the Christian channels need to sort of be working together as much as they can. And this is like, and this includes, you know, guys who can't really work together because they're very different, right? So there are all kinds of people who want to do YouTube, Christian YouTubers who will not want to be on the same page with me on a lot of stuff because of, you know, how we just blast away at Muhammad and we, you know, we mock and things like that. Even those guys, I'd be happy to help those guys. I want those people to be as successful as possible on YouTube. If they're doing good work, I want them to be successful, whether they agree with me on other issues or not. But basically, the situation you have is like this. If you think of, you know, if these are all my subscribers, right? I have people who subscribe to me for all kinds of different reasons, right? Some people are interested in like jihad and Sharia. Other people are interested in like responses to Muslim arguments. Other people are interested in, you know, defending Christian claims against people like, you know, people who are criticizing it. Some people watch my testimony video and they really liked it. So anyway, you have all kinds of different people. But basically, when there's another Christian like Vocab or John, not all of my subscribers are going to be interested in the kinds of material that they're making because it might just be stuff that people aren't interested in. But some of my subscribers, a portion of my subscribers are going to be interested in what Vocab's doing. A portion of my subscribers are going to be interested in what John is doing. A portion of my subscribers are interested in what Inspiring Philosophy is doing, and so on. So basically, by networking and working with each other, then we find all of the subscribers who follow me who are also interested in whatever Vocab's doing, so that they then subscribe to Vocab. And so we keep doing that until everyone's got the collection of channels that they're interested in. So that's a plan there.
That's the apologetics empire, baby.
Empire. We build empires.
That was a dope video you put out today. I think I'm going to take the part where you talk about me and Adam and just like make it its own separate video and like call it David Wood endorses Vocab and Adam or something and make it a little like put some graphics with it. Anyways,
quick, hang on one second. Quick follow up from Lois. That's you prayed for Caitlin, but we have a little bit more info here. She said, "Thank you for praying that Caitlin will come back to Jesus." I agree. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. So sounds like Caitlin is someone who left Christianity. So yeah, that is. Yep.
That's awesome to hear. You know, it's like it's the internet.
Wait,
but
it's awesome to hear that someone left Christianity.
No, it's you know what I was saying is it's awesome. You know, like to hear people's real life things. Like it's the internet, but it's real life. And what's cool is we can actually get together. Like you and I get together. We're friends in real life. The rest of the crew the same. We go to these conferences now. And we're meeting people in real life. Like it's not merely just keyboards and chairs, and I like that. You know, it's cool.
That's why. I mean, some people are freaked out that I'm like recording, you know, my brother in a hospital room and stuff. Wow, how are you doing that? I'm like, I mean, my attitude is like, what are you talking about? We all know each other, right? I mean, you don't. If you're complaining about it, then you don't know me. But these people on YouTube who've been following me for years, they know my whole life, right? Why wouldn't I share that stuff with them?
Oh my gosh, David, I didn't share these with you, but our Nuyorican Islamic friend left me so many messages on my Google voicemail all about how could I be friends with you because you're clearly a cold-hearted killer if you would make videos in such a lighthearted manner about your brother. He's like, I didn't see one tear from his eye. How could you be around that man and not be concerned for your safety and all this stuff? Oh my gosh, man, that dude.
For real, sometimes I think, you know, sometimes I'm like, are these guys stupid? Why are they not like more scared of me? They see I have no normal human emotional reactions and stuff like that. But if those of you who don't know, we're talking about our Sadiq Abdul Malik, who's a Muslim who lives in New York. But we need to make a video about Sadiq because Sadiq loves to call Vocab and talk about what a failure Jesus is. And
Goal 21, make a video about Sadiq Abdul Malik. How do you say his name?
Sadiq Abdul Malik.
All right.
We,
Goal
we,
21.
that's cool because you can do that next time I'm there. We'll just stop and play his comments about Jesus being a total failure, and we'll make the video, record the video, and about how Muslims say, "Oh, we respect Jesus," and then you find out, no, actually, Islam portrays Jesus as the most epic failure in all of history. And yeah. Oh, hey, hang on. Side note. Eunice Ahmed said, "When is Muhammad versus Jesus epic rap battle happening?" And Happy New Year, David. Yeah, we're kind of not sure. We have a friend that we work with. He made the beats, but he was also sort of scripting it out. But he also had a lot of things to deal with in life and so on. So I told him, hey, deal with anything you got to deal with, and then get back to us whenever you pass a lot of those things. But I would like to have that either after the 25 episodes of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, so between seasons, or after the 50th episode, because whenever we're making videos, we get a ton of requests. What about Jesus versus Muhammad? And I reply, I say, no, that one's gonna be a rap battle. So yeah, guys, we've been for a while been planning a video. It's going to be like epic rap battles of history. It's going to be kind of a parody, but it's going to start off. It's the epic rap battle of history that epic rap battles of history didn't want to make because they don't want to get their heads chopped off. And so it's Jesus versus Muhammad. And so basically Jesus is going to be rapping about creating the universe and performing miracles and saving everyone. And Muhammad's going to be rapping about how white he is and how many ladies he banged and, how many, all the things he did with Aisha and stuff like that. And
all the caravans he raided.
Yeah. And by the end, of course, Muhammad's going to bow down and confess that Jesus is Lord. So we want to make that. But, the situation was he was talking about some things he was going through. And I said, look, just get back to me when you can, because we want this has to be epic, right? This is the a Jesus versus Muhammad epic rap battle. But what's funny is Vocab's going to be playing Muhammad, and I think we're going to have some sidekicks in there. So it's going to be Jesus, and he's going to have the Apostle Peter in there, sort of backing him up.
Apostle Paul. We're going to do Peter.
I was thinking because I wanted to do something else with the Apostle Paul. It's up to the writer. It's up to the writer. But I said, I kind of lean towards Peter because we want to do other stuff with Paul. With Paul, we want to do like straight out of Tarsus and stuff like that.
That's pretty good. That's different than I like that, Peter. That'd be a good choice. That's an interesting choice. I'm down with that.
And so it's going to be. But for those parts, for Jesus, and whether we end up doing Peter or Paul as the sidekick, we actually have Messianic Jews who are doing those parts. But to portray Muhammad and his sidekick Abu Bakr, that's going to be me and Vocab. So Vocab's going to be Muhammad. I'm going to be Abu Bakr. And so we'll be talking about how white we are.
Anyway, of course, Abu Bakr, if you pronounce it that right way, rhymes perfectly with cracker.
Abu Bakr rhymes perfectly with I'm a cracker. Right? Yeah. So Muhammad can finish one of his parts with and if you think I'm a cracker, just check out my man Abu Bakr, and then Abu Bakr jumps in. So yeah.
Abu Bakr, read a chapter a day. I even like to give my daughter away.
So anyway, guys, this is the stuff that we work with.
All right. So, okay. So, also number 5, I want to this year have a goal where I include in my live streams a commentary on every single Boom Boom Room we've ever done.
Whoa.
So I want to do a comment. I want to do a commentary video for every single Boom Boom Room. I've done about 4 of them, but I want to continue that on in the new year to where I've done the commentaries on all of them. What I do is I do these behind the scenes things, and I explain.
You've been doing them pretty regularly recently, though.
Yeah, but I've only done about 3 or 4, I think, we've done like 20 or something. A lot of people were saying that the Christmas one was like the season finale, and I kind of agree. It seems like that shouldn't that be season finale, and then we come back with season 2 of the deconversion.
Oh gosh, you're making a good point there, man. I hadn't even thought about that. That did seem like
it's like a cliffhanger, I don't know if well, what's the difference of how are we, what's the difference of how we, what we need to do different? Like, what do we really need to do different? We can just describe it as season 1 finale, or can't we?
We can do whatever we want. We're the guys who make the series, so we can do whatever we want.
It's like a cliffhanger, you know, he's saved. Or so it seems.
I agree. So basically following that route, all of the future episodes that we're working on now, and that kind of destroys my reason for coming out there because we could have done that later. But
oh no, because the next one, season 2's opening, has to be him deconverting.
Yeah. But the idea is, if we're doing season 2, we kind of don't need to do that immediately, right? We could do that we could take a couple months off before we do season 2.
Ah, well.
But however, if we're doing shorter seasons, we don't need as much time in between. We could have like a month in between. Seasons of 17 episodes. That is a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
We should still do them, and then maybe we could do one of those videos where I'm talking to the bookshelf too. I don't know, but I'm down for whatever. You know, it's just a suggestion. I'm down for whatever. But yeah, comment on every Boom Boom Room. Number 6, speak at least 4 conferences this year. I don't want to be traveling all the time to doing that, but
How many?
4. I just put 4. I've already got 2 booked.
Yeah, you definitely got one in February, and then
it looks like I'm going to Cincinnati, Ohio, 2 weeks after Easter. So just 2 more. Like, I don't want to do that a lot. So I'm just putting 4, which is kind of like 1 a quarter, which is about what I did last year, but I want to continue that. They can be very small. It's not the size. It's just the idea of like, there's a few times where I kind of getting out there doing that as well. Mm-hmm. You know, so just 4 really. Mm-hmm. Number 7, I want to do a new thing where this is hard to explain. I do once a month a live apologetics presentation that's 30 minutes long. And so I've already got a venue procured for it, and I'll do 1 topic per month. Each presentation is only 30 minutes, but it'll be done live. Basically, I'll turn on the channel, do the presentation, and then turn off the channel. So I'll be standing right there. I won't be able to interact, but I'll be doing this 30-minute concise presentation on different apologetic issues once a month. So it's like a live speaking engagement, nice, clean, clear, and each one will be defending something. So I've already got them planned out. So number 1 is defending the sanctity of life, because in January, Sanctity of Life Sunday. So that's the first one. Then in February, it's Black History Month. So I want to do one called Defending the Oppressed. It's going to talk about the proper understanding of what that means, and ask questions about, like, is the Bible racist or elitist? Is the Bible pro-slavery? Stuff like that. So I want to do once a month a live at a venue apologetics talk, basically, and put them on the channel. So I'm going to try to do that once a month.
Now, what's the purpose of doing, let's say you're doing 30 minutes and you're not going to be interacting during that time? Why not just record a 30-minute video? And then
I agree, but I like the live feel. I could interact.
It does have a different feel.
That's one thing. And also, I could interact with people maybe a little bit before and a little bit after, but I might have someone manning it right then. Mm-hmm. And also, if I record it, it's one more thing I've got to take back, upload, edit, and all that. And I just don't want to do that too. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I just want to try it and see if it works. I just want to try it and see if it works. Maybe it's not.
I'll help you edit, man. I'll help you edit when I come
You're
out there.
busy with your stuff already, you know, but we'll see. Number 8. I don't think this was going to happen, but I need to put this on there because I need to do it, because I was supposed to have done it last year. Release my second book by October 2020. Book, I have a ton of content. It's just not organized.
Now, is that your new book on the Black Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, that's mainly what it talks about, but it talks about some other broader urban apologetic issues as well. For example, the opening chapter, or the second chapter, is me and Adam Coleman write, and we write on the problem of identity and how that's a sort of a presuppositional issue and problem when it comes to a lot of urban apologetic issues. So you and Adam are collabing on this? On a chapter or two.
That's pretty cool, because he's got a couple chapters in a book that's coming out from Zondervan. So it's just cool because, guys, I mentioned Adam Coleman in my video earlier that people were talking about how sharp he is. So it's cool that Well, it's basically you run into people who are sharp, and yet people still don't know about them, and so you find out, oh, he's going to be working on the chapter in this book. He's going to be doing chapters in this book, and then you realize, oh, people are going to find out. People are going to find out, and so it's cool times.
Yeah, so there's that. And then number 9, this year I want to organize and throw the first ever virtual apologetics conference. Strictly online. But I have guys and gals that I fancy as far as the content they put out.
Mm.
Like you have people that you have your eye on.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they're mainly dealing in the areas of urban apologetics. And so they have very small platforms. But they're doing great content, good work. I look to them, and then I see, why does this person only have 300 subs on their YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And I feel like one way to change that is this virtual urban apologetics conference. Bring them together. And the date's already selected. March 2021. It's called Cyber City. Cyber City Virtual Apologetics Conference. And what we're going to do is Friday, the schedule starts, and it starts at like 4 o'clock. The person goes. They have a 30-minute presentation, 15-minute Q&A, and it's live. Their topic's already picked out, and we're going to release the schedule. Then everybody has 15 minutes to go to the next YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. So each YouTube channel is basically like a classroom. And so you're going from channel to channel, which is like you're going from room to room at a conference, and you have 15 minutes to get to each one. And it's literally going to be 5 or 6 in one day on Friday night. Mm-hmm. So it's like a conference, because they're back to back, and all the topics congeal, or whatever that word is, right? Then Saturday, same thing. And so it's a 2-day thing, and there's going to be a pre-conference on Thursday night. I'm going to do live from a local church here, or with a bunch of church people. We're going to be live to kind of kick it off with a party in the flesh, live people together atmosphere. And then it's going to be boom, 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 boom. And then at the end of each conference night, we're going to do a panel where everyone who presented that day is going to come on my channel in a Zoom room, and we're going to have everybody there kind of doing a wrap-up session for the 2 nights. So it's going to be dope, and I've got ideas for it. We've already created a Facebook invite page for it, but it's called Cyber City. And tonight on my channel, I premiered a 40-second commercial for it, so you can get the idea. But that's already happening.
That sounds it sounds really nerdy. I like where you're going. I like that you're going to be working a lot of channels, but every time I hear a bunch of technical stuff, I just think, yeah, this sounds really, really nerdy.
See, these are the apologists. If I had the budget, I would fly out to my conference, but I can't, and none of us have money like that. So we're going to do a virtual conference, right? That's the idea.
Eventually, you will. You're going to keep blowing up, and then you're going to be like making it rain for people. You know what I mean? Wait, quick comment here. Well, first, shout out to Dave Bowman in the super chat. Oh, that's super sticker. He left a sticker. Hang on. That is the pair. I've seen the pair. I've seen the pair doing a couple different things in super chats. Then we have Moses Livingston. Says Happy New Year 2020 to all. Thanks, Dr. David Wood, for your vision about the apologetics empire. God bless your efforts. A lot of people have been saying, that they really like the message about the apologetics empire. That's always that's cool to me. Sometimes I make a video and I think, hey, this video is awesome. Other times I think, hey, I just want to say what I'm thinking right now, and I don't know how what people are going to think about it. And so it's cool that people are inspired by the empire. But we are building an empire.
You've been talking about this for like 2.5, 3 years now, I think. Something like that.
Well, yes. As far as I mean, the main part there is see, I know people. I know basically tech guys who have very good jobs working at television stations that you all have if you have cable, right? That's what they do. They do the broadcasts at television stations. And they would quit and drop everything if they could come and work with us on stuff, right? Because they'd rather be doing that. They'd rather be doing something meaningful than something that is earning them a paycheck. Now, to be clear, people have to do these things, and so if you have a job that you're not terribly interested in, but you're earning a paycheck, keep in mind people have to do those jobs and stuff. But given the choice, they would rather come and do something with us. So basically, I've known for several years that I know at least 3 people right now who are awesome tech guys who do awesome work, who would drop everything to come and, do YouTube and live streams and all that stuff with us. We can't pay those guys, right? So they keep working their awesome jobs. They have really good jobs. But there's that situation, and it's just that lots of times YouTubers, we're kind of like Rambos, right? We're kind of like we're in other words, we're separate. Like we're one guy taking on everyone around us and stuff. And it's occurred to me that we shouldn't all be Rambos. We should be working together. And so the idea that I've had for several years now, and I'm just trying to take things up a notch right now, is I think that a bunch of guys working together with a couple of tech guys would just be able to do a lot more together than any one of the guys separately. And so, yeah, that's what I've been thinking about for several years, and what I kind of want to start focusing on for a while. So, yep, we're gonna see where that goes. One comment here from the super chat. DJM said, "I almost never meet my New Year's resolutions. My 4 goals: 1, learn Arabic; 2, read Life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq; 3, get a girlfriend, or at least date more; 4, join the Act 17 Boom Squad subscription. Happy New Year, David and Vocab." Now, DJM, when I saw your list of 4, and the first one I saw was learn Arabic, the first thought that entered my mind was cancel the other 3. If you want a goal for 2020 and one of them is learn Arabic, cancel everything else, right? Focus on that. Get the Pimsleur Arabic, or the Rosetta Stone Arabic. Take some classes and stuff like that. Focus just on that. Anything else is going to be too much. But your other goals were progressively. They're not as difficult as learning Arabic. So read the Life of Muhammad. That's a rough book, especially when you get to long sections of just going through some very boring material. There's some very interesting material, but there's a lot of boring material in the Life of Muhammad. If you want to do that, it's actually pretty easy when you have 365 days, and that's a goal for a year. So for the Life of Muhammad, you basically have to read 2 pages a day, right? So set yourself a goal, and you can start that tomorrow. Read 2 pages a day. That's not a lot. You could do that in a few minutes, but if you keep up something small for an entire year,
like people go through the Bible in the year. This is like the Muhammad devotional plan.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works. That's why it's hard to just sit down and read through the Bible. But if you actually get on a schedule of reading through the Bible in a year, you can do it. And the Life of Muhammad is much shorter than the Bible, so you'd have to basically read 2 pages a day of the Life of Muhammad. You can, if you keep that up consistently, you make it through. Get a girlfriend. Yeah, that's in a completely different realm from like learning Arabic. So you could do that simultaneously, and join the Act 17 Boom Squad. You can do that or not do that. I'm totally happy with you. There's plenty of people joining the Boom Squad, so if you wanted to scratch that one off, but yeah, you could do that. So yep, you can keep all 4 of those goals. That's a reasonable set of goals. But number 1 is going to take the most energy. If you want to do number 2 there, I would start that off.
If you would do number 2.
Yeah, it's funny because I have a video about Germany banning all these videos, right? My videos and videos of the apostate prophet, we get these notifications from YouTube that say our videos have been blocked in Germany. Right? Now, Pakistan is the main one I hear from as far as blocking my videos. But interestingly, Germany is number 2. So when I make that video, I'm going to have all these references to Germany being number 2. I've
totally transgressive humor.
I've been tempted, Vocab. You're not going to believe this, but I've been tempted lots of times to point out that Christianity is the biggest religion in the world, and Islam is the second biggest, and so Islam is number 2. I've been tempted to put that into a video. I've never managed to do it, but gotta think about that. All right, go ahead, Vocab.
Okay, number 10. In relationship to that, Cyber City idea to help other urban apologists get bigger platforms. I realize I need a way where I regularly feature them. So I had this idea of a round table, although it's more of a square table because I'm going to invite 3 guests each time, so it'll be in the shape of a square on the screen. I'll invite 3 guests each time to discuss a different relevant issue, and we'll give our views and perspective and apologetic viewpoints, kind of be like hot takes. But I'll invite these different people, and I'll try to have at least one female apologist every time, myself, and then 2 other folks. And if it goes well, we might even invite every now and then a mainstream apologist into it. And I'm going to call them Cyber Ciphers. And they're going to be mid-month. So every mid-month, Cyber Cipher. And again, the point is to help bring up the other people. Like the way you have me on right now. Mm-hmm. It's fun, it's cool, we're friends. But also I'm looking in the live chat, and there's people who are saying, I just subbed to Vocab Malone. It's very helpful. I know when I go and look at my analytics, I'm going to have more subs today than I did yesterday because of your help. I know that. I don't have the same reach as you, obviously, but I do have reach, to be frank, more than the other urban apologists. So I want to do the same thing you do for me on a smaller scale for them. And so a mid-month Cyber Cipher is a way to constantly be putting new people in their face. Like I just saw a guy in the live chat, Air Church. He said, who else should I sub to? That's awesome. I want to constantly be showing people those other people, So that's another goal, because that's going to take a little work because I got to organize it and stuff and think of the topic, but that's going to happen.
Vocab, by the way, that's part of the reason you have to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like part of the goal of blowing up is that the more you blow up, the more you can help other people blow up.
Mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm. That
helps. It's funny. I forget what year it is. We could actually go back on the blog Answering Muslims, but Nabil and I started the blog Answering Muslims years ago. I don't remember when it was, 2000, I'm guessing 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. But we started the blog. So this is before we're, focusing on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But we started that when we're actually sitting there together making this blog. I said, you know what I want? You know what my ultimate goal is? And I don't want anything beyond this. I want 1,000 readers a day. Said if I get 1,000, think if 1,000 readers a day, that's like you're discipling 1,000 people a day. I said, if you spend your life discipling 1,000 people, you don't need to do anything else in life. That's it. That's all you need. And so that was it back then. But gosh, I get way more than 1,000 an hour right now on YouTube. And so things kind of change. But, so anyway, the point of that was I didn't have massive ambitions back there. But sort of the more people you get watching your stuff and paying attention to your stuff, one of the cool things you can do is you get to support and promote other people. And that is that's really fun. That's really fun to do. And so Vocab,
you
want to help all these other guys, you want to help all these other channels. You're looking at these channels, you're saying 300 subscribers. Why does this person have 300 subscribers? You got to blow up, dude. You got to blow up. You got to blow up to 1 million, and then you can blow up any channels you want.
What? I just saw this today, but it looks like it happened earlier today. But someone in the live chat, can you do this? Because right now I'm on live with David Wood. Look up Lakewood, New Jersey. Police tackle a suspect armed with a knife and 3 guns outside of a kosher store. Looks like this just happened earlier today. I didn't know about it until just now. But
man,
it looks like happened around.
If this is another anti-Semitic attack, man.
Well, I don't know what happened or what's going on, but I just saw a video on Twitter. So I'd like, if someone could research and send me some information on that, I'd appreciate it. But okay, so next thing is some of these are very small goals. You notice some are big. This is just me dealing with scheduling. I want to do my monthly hangouts from now on at the beginning of the month. And there's a few reasons for that. One is I want to do my book clubs at the end of the month, which is another goal. That's goal number 12. Because I do a monthly book club. We just did our one on John Frame. We talked about epistemology. So those shows tend to get more deep. And then in the beginning, I want to have the hangouts. The hangouts are the exclusive supporter hangouts for Patreon people. And then mid-month, the Cyber Cipher. So the idea is every month there's something specifically targeted to sort of the core of the audience, hopefully, that's very social. And so I want to have them spread out every month so there's a rhythm, middle, beginning, And to be kind of be frank with you, one other reason why I want to do the hangouts, which are supporters, and the beginning of the month, is because that's when Patreon comes out, and I notice people always leave around that time, and so I want to kind of get together, remind them why we do this, and hopefully maybe they'll stick around more. You know what I'm saying?
Well. I mean, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be people deliberately leaving. If you have,
I
let's, if you
I
if,
get
if
it.
you if you have if you have 100 people supporting you on Patreon, guess what? Some of those people, their credit card is going to expire or something like that month, and so on and so. But yeah, don't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about that. However, you should be thinking, if you're trying to do it at the beginning of the month, and you know I'm coming out like the 9th, 10th, and 11th, that is a good time for us to do a live hangout.
Yeah, so that can change as far as the supporter hangouts, but
So
I'm
it
just
should be
saying, like,
flexible. Is all I'm saying, right?
yes, everything is
Flexible.
flexible. Everything is
Okay.
flexible. You know, I'm
Uh,
improv all that.
a couple of comments here. A couple of super chats here. Lisa, look, with a super sticker. Gosh, there was one that just went away because I have the list and then it expires after a minute. I think I have all of them stored here, but there's a bunch so I can find it. Cheryl R said, "Join the Boom Squad. If the join link isn't working in your app, join on the Act 17 channel in your browser." So I've been wondering about this. I don't know how this works. If the join link isn't working in your app, so for me, when I watch someone's video, if they have channel memberships, I see a join button. And people
Hmm.
have complained to me saying, I don't see a join button. And I don't know
Hmm.
what to do in those situations. So Cheryl R is saying, if the join link isn't working in your app, join on the Act 17 channel in your browser. You might want to check that out. I don't know if that will work because if you're not seeing it on the video, I don't know why you'd see it on the channel. But maybe that is the solution. And then I wanted to address this comment by Tom J real quick. Tom J said, "Hey, Act 17 Apologetics, is there any way for me to email you? I am in need of counsel and prayer with regards to God's calling for me, and if He wants me to go into apologetics, God bless." Tom J, I am not a great person to consult. I'm pretty brutal and cold blooded. But if you want to email me, you can contact me at wood WOOD underscore apologetics at hotmail.com. Wood underscore apologetics at hotmail.com. All right, go ahead, Vocab.
All right. Speaking of that, um, another goal I have is between all the various places to support the ministry, I'd like to be at about 3,000 a month by the end of the year. So that's Patreon, PayPal, Subscribestar, and channel memberships, which I just got, but I haven't unleashed yet. So that's only about 1,000 more from where I'm already at. Maybe I should make it a little bit more, but I know that if I do that, I'll be able to really have the editor more. But I wonder if I should make it more. But that's about how much it is right now. It's like close to two,
You want to have three
three a
thousand
month.
dollars coming in from all sources of ministry revenue
Yeah,
by the end of the year.
yeah. I think I should make it more because it's almost at two right now. I don't know.
Yeah, you should make it more.
What do you think I should make it? Because really, this is going to go.
5.
All right. This is going to go towards the main thing I'm going to do besides upgrading and travel costs is really getting those editors to be literally slaving away like Santa's little elves editing.
That's the point.
I want
That's the point. I mean, I know you, Vocab. I know you're not storing up this money and buying a ton of garbage. I know you use your money. You use your money to, if you get extra money, you use it to take trips and go confront the Hebrew Israelites. You use it to, you'll use it to pay people to get more
hmm
stuff done. And so all of your goals as far as money are noble. And therefore so in other words, if someone just says, "Hey, I want a bunch of money so I can have a bunch of money," I'd say you're a scumbag. I don't care what you get, and I hope you don't get anything, right?
Well, I might buy a few comics along the way, though.
I know you will, but that's fine. That's fine. But when I kind of know how people use their money and they use it to get cool stuff done, then aim big, man, aim big.
All right, I'll put it live, and here's the next one.
One second. Benjamin Handelman, I think he asked later. I think he asked later if we saw his comment. So let me make sure I get to this. Benjamin Handelman said, I turned 37 today, and I'm thankful for everything both of you do. It looks like he's got a military uniform in his little picture there. I turned 37 today, and I'm thankful for everything both of you do. Even though I'm actually a target for some of your apologetics. I don't know, maybe he's an atheist or something. I
He's a
appreciate.
Roman Catholic. He's Roman Catholic.
Oh,
I
okay.
know. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. But
Okay.
he's a Roman
Yeah.
Catholic.
You're not a target of any of my apologetics. I don't deal with Roman.
He's been a target of a few of mine.
I know, because you're everyone who's not reformed, I have to attack viciously. But he said, I appreciate being able to test my faith through your work. And by the way, that's a good attitude, right? That someone can say, hey, I'm Catholic. Vocab sometimes in his videos deals with stuff that's critical of Catholicism, and I'm fine with that, and I appreciate that because I still get to test my faith. And just so you know, whatever your position is, that's a cool attitude to have. If you're a Muslim and you're watching here and you think, David and Vocab, they blast away at Islam in the boom boom room, but you know what? I'm actually okay with it because that helps me wrestle with some issues and stuff like that. Anyway, that's good attitude for everyone to have, namely that people who disagree with you or try to show that you're wrong, you don't have to regard them as horrible enemies. You can regard them as, hey, we can actually sit down and go through this, and worst case scenario, these guys give me something to think about. So anyway, good attitude. All right, go ahead, Vocab.
Yes, indeed. All right. Okay, this one is actually one of the hardest ones. Return to blogging. I want to blog once a month.
Oh, crap. You want to take a step back?
No. Blog once a month. So part of what I do is an article. And what I'm thinking is this could help me with the book. So
that's true. If you're getting double duty, if you're doing parts of a book in the blogs, yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of that's only 12. And so I'm thinking if I could, because a lot of people don't know, before I was doing YouTube, I was doing mainly, as far as media is concerned, radio, and I was blogging for 2 or 3 years every single day. I literally blogged once a day.
I used to blog as well.
Yeah, I remember. That's how I first found out about you, because you said on your blog you're coming to Phoenix. I knew about your blog before I knew about your YouTube. Back
then that was our main stuff. Me and Nabil, that was our main stuff. And matter of fact, we had. Just because I found stuff eventually when I'm looking for stuff and I'm Google searching, and then I find an article, a blog post that we did years ago. And I was looking back and I was like, some of these blog posts that we made are really, really good. I need to make videos out of these old blog posts that we have. Side note right now, I just found a comment by Anthony Rogers. So this goes back to when you were showing those threats, but Anthony said, Vocab is texting himself.
Yeah, you're texting yourself.
That's funny. Someone who's it's funny. I get that when I've never done anything like that, but whenever I post I had a couple part series on leaving Islam, where I would just share some comments from people who left Islam after watching my videos. And after every one of those, I get flooded with message. You made up all of those accounts yourself. So actually, there are people who think, no real Muslim leaves Islam. And so if you're posting videos with 10 Muslims in each video leaving Islam, you must have made all these accounts yourself. And then I post other videos of people giving me death threats and stuff. And they say, oh, no, you're making those accounts yourself. So apparently all I ever do is just make up fake accounts of myself, either threatening myself with death or claiming to be a Muslim who's left Islam. And so anyway.
Yeah, that's a great way to spend our time,
It sure is. That's what I do all day.
I
make fake accounts.
I do not share. I probably share 5% of all the threats and harassment I get. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, I was literally doing it, I used to share them, and I used to post videos, even the positive ones of Muslims leaving Islam. I used to try and post those comments, but it's just I don't even post those anymore. So I just kind of usually brush past them. I should start them again because it is encouraging to people. But you know what, Vocab? When these guys, whether it's Hebrew Israelites or Muslims, when they start saying, you're making up fake accounts and doing stuff like that, I start thinking, no, that's what you do. And that's why you think I'm doing it.
Right?
It's
like all projection.
You guys make fake accounts and say all these things. And that's why you think we do it too. But I don't do that.
Yeah, what's that called? Puppet? sock puppet accounts or something like that. Is that isn't that what those are called?
I don't know.
You know, anyways, all right.
But
This is number 15. I need to fix my websites. I have a number of URLs and they're severely outdated and have some issues. Now, this requires money because I'm not going to be the one fixing them. But I need to fix vocabmalone.com and streetapologist.com. And if I got around to it, even the shieldsquad.com. But I've got 2 or 3 that I need to, not that I'm going to regularly, but I need to have them ready in case I do get kicked off other social media where they're kind of already set up for me to begin doing stuff on them. And so I'm thinking about maybe asking our buddy Kurt if I get the money ready. Like I think you're going to ask Kurt. That he'd be the guy. I'd say, hey, man, can you do this now? And it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap,
Yeah. So, guys, we especially considering the situation on YouTube that, YouTube could be cracking down at any minute. We've been told by people who understand how to protect yourself that you do need to get your websites rolling, and you do need to make your everyone who watches you on YouTube aware of where to find you if all of a sudden your channel disappears, right? Because I've had that situation multiple times where YouTube bans me and then I can't post anything for a week or something like that, and people are just wondering, they think I've stopped posting or something like that. And so, it's good to have a way to contact you. So it is important to actually have websites, even though they're Stone Age. Quick couple comments here. David Anderson said, David's still doing a Boom Boom Room with AP as Freud. Yes, we've already recorded that. So when I said we've released 17 and we have 3 more that we've recorded but not posted, the 3 that we've recorded but not posted, Muhammad meets Michael Jackson, Muhammad meets R. Kelly, and Muhammad meets Sigmund Freud. We still have to record vocabs parts for Sigmund Freud. But then we're getting together vocabs here 9th, 10th, and 11th, and 12th, and recording the final 5 episodes, although vocab has made a great case for having seasons of 17 episodes. But yeah, we'll have to figure that out. A couple of super chats here. Mr. Phil Fox says, blessings and prayers for this ministry. I have learned and grown through this ministry and vocab's ministry. So vocab, someone's actually learning something from your ministry.
Oh, Mr. Phil Fox is amazing. He gave me dope books off my Amazon ministry resource wish list for Christmas.
I need to make one of those.
And he is encountering Hebrew Israelites on the reservations because Native Americans are on the 12 tribes.
They're one of the tribes, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a Native American brother. He's a really awesome brother. And I was shocked when he was telling me how the Hebrew Israelites are permeating the reservations. So he's a really unique guy with a very interesting perspective. The other person, I had a lot of people who really were cool to me on Christmas, but Liza J went all out for real. So shout out to her too. She's in the live chat. So there's just some awesome people in the live chat tonight.
A few more, and I'm getting a lot of super chats and super stickers here. Michelle Marie says, I want to be the first female apologist to Islamic women online with 1 million viewers. Do you have any suggestions? So I don't know what you mean there. I don't know if you mean 1 million views, like on your videos, or if you mean 1 million viewers as in 1 million subscribers. That's not the same thing. 1 million viewers means 1 million separate viewers, not 1 million subscribers. Some like I have a certain number of subscribers. I have way more viewers. As far as suggestions, make good videos. I mentioned earlier, watch tutorials that will help you with titling your videos, making thumbnails, descriptions, keywords, things like that. People, if you're talking about Islamic women, do not hesitate to steal material from people like me, right? Any video that is in the area that you'd like to address, do not hesitate to copy anything from my videos. I'm not stingy with my content. I think it's awesome when people use an argument that I've given somewhere. And by the way, most of the people who deal with apologetics, dealing with Islam and polemics and so on, are like that. So if you steal stuff from Sam Shamoun doesn't have any problem with that. I steal stuff from Sam Shamoun all the time. So feel free to steal stuff, but basically take the stuff that is relevant to what you're doing, Make it powerful, make it persuasive, but also learn from people who've come before you in terms of just how YouTube works, how the algorithm works, how titling works, things like that. Learn all that stuff. All that stuff's going to help you. All this stuff's going to give you an advantage. There's lots more to cover, but yeah, I mentioned in a video earlier today that we're actually going to be putting together a training course, because you can't just say it all in quick response to a comment. There's a lot. It takes several days at least to go through even the basics of being successful. But one, I'll focus 2 points. One, content is king. In other words, good quality content is king. At the end of the day, if you're not having that, you're not going to succeed. Content is king. 2, consistency is queen. I coined that.
Oh, nice.
Content is king. Consistency is queen. And what I mean there is consistent. You can have if you got a great king, you need a great queen. And consistency is queen. And what that means is you got to keep it up. Too many people, they start off and they do YouTube and I've done it for 5 months and I still don't have a lot of results here. Guess what? That's every YouTuber out there. The difference between you and channels that really made it is those channels kept it up, right? They kept it up. So keep it up and keep pushing. A couple more real quick. Carol in the super chat, she said, thanks for being you. And we have the pear again. What's with the pear? There are lots of pear stickers. Player 3 in the super sticker says wrecked, and it looks like a hippo. Hippo's cool. A purple hippo. Player 3 again with another hippo. So I like the hippo. And apostate prophet here says vocab, shave your beard, best do it live.
I could shave this live because before we do the boom boom room, I've got to get rid of every time, and then I look like an idiot for 2 weeks at least.
We should do that. We should do that when I'm out there. You can shave that live. We'll do a live show, talk about some stuff, and then you can shave that right before you become Muhammad. Matter of fact, we can start off and then you can shave it and then you can go get into gear. I'll just talk to people while you're getting into gear. Then you can show up as Muhammad and then we can cut off and then record our videos.
By the way, we do need to tell people, we have extra gear from Islamicize Me. And my point by saying that is from all the various things we've done as Muhammad in the current Thawb that we have, this, there's a big hole. There's a big hole right here under one of the arms, and it's getting a few stains from the beard glue on it in a few spots. My point is, you may see Muhammad in a different Thawb in the new year coming up because that one's about ready to fall apart. I don't know if people noticed, but in the Santa Claus video, that was the first one where I had a slightly different beard and a different kufi on.
The old beard got too raggedy. We actually needed, but I couldn't find the exact same beard. I didn't remember where I got it because I got that a while back, but I couldn't figure out where I got it. Looked through all the channels I could come up with, and so I had to get the closest thing to it. But yeah, it's a slightly different beard. I don't think anyone noticed though, so I think you're actually fine.
I saw one person who noticed in the comments. But by the way, shout out to Apostate Prophet. He's in the live chat. Gave a super chat and everything.
That's cool. Anthony Rogers said, "Ha, Sadiq." So this is back when we were talking about Sadiq. Said, "Ha, Sadiq Abdul Malik calls me all the time. I've got all sorts of messages from him." There could be a never-ending series of videos just going through Sadiq Abdul Malik. By the way, if you want to go back to something funny, I posted a video years ago. I'm talking like probably 6, 7, 8 years ago, titled, I think it's called "When a Jihadist Calls" or "When a Jihadi Calls" or something like that.
Yeah. Where you're like half asleep. Hey, by the way, is it about to be midnight where you're at? Don't we need to like?
Yeah, you've got like it's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds, dude. So
well, what do you need to do now? Here where I am at, it's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah, what number are you on?
9:57.
No, what number are you on your list of 20 things that you've been talking about for 3.5 hours?
Oh, install the security equipment.
What number are you on?
Do the second. I got like 6 left.
All right. How fast can you get through those 6? Can you get through them in 2 minutes?
Yeah. Install the security equipment that
That's
we're
good.
getting that you mentioned today. It needs to actually be installed. Do the second annual doctrine for the Block 2020 and make it better. Grow all my social media platforms. So I know we do YouTube, but I'm also on Instagram and social and Twitter and Facebook, and people have been helping me do that. But I need to grow all those because it's a broader way to communicate about what's going on YouTube. Next, this is a general goal. Help expand and grow the urban apologetics community. So not exactly the apologetics empire that you spoke of, but kind of helping it get its footing in this other arena or other world. And lastly, film at least 6 more pro style YouTube videos where I'm kind of putting on the YouTube Ritz, in front of the camera. It's, hey YouTube, and the kind of we did with the just shooting. At least 6 of those.
By the way, those style, if you get the scripts ready, I'm pretty sure we could knock those out in a 3-day period. In other words, if I come out on a Friday, I'm pretty sure we get those. Matter of fact, gosh, there's no problem getting 6 out, right? Because we've recorded 6 episodes of Boom Boom Room in one weekend, and that's more of a nightmare. So if you actually write them ahead of time, there's no problem recording 6. So anyway, the point was that's actually a goal that you could meet pretty quickly as soon as we're wrapped up with a season of the Boom Boom Room. I'd be happy to fly all the way out there, gosh, you're like, I got David Wood as my cameraman and editor.
Yeah.
Happy to do that, man.
Yeah,
No, hang on. We've got 20 seconds. Now I'm a little confused because
20 seconds, really?
we're on a delay, right? Everyone else is watching at like 20 seconds after us. And so,
Oh, right.
so it's actually going to be New Year's for them before it is. All right, I'm just going to do it right now. It's New Year's. That was kind of weak. I got this from Walmart.
Do it again. Hold on.
Hang on. Let me catch my breath. That's the best I can do.
That was my party signal. That was my timer.
Did my face turn red?
I don't know. Esau did it.
All right. People who weren't actually looking at the clock won't notice the little time difference there, and won't notice that we had a little problem. Did Cheryl R send me a massive super sticker there? That's pretty cool. Anyway.
Yeah, she did. It looks like it's a pear riding a rocket.
It's so dumb, but I don't know. They make these super stickers really actually likable. YouTube is smart with what they're doing there.
Yeah, it's funny. It's appealing. Did you hear about those 2 pairs that both got their PhDs?
Gosh, why do you tell jokes, man?
Yeah, they were a paradox.
I'm glad I hear fireworks outside because it helps distract me from Vocab's jokes.
In 2 hours, I'm going to hear they're already doing it. I live in a primarily Chicano neighborhood, and they love to shoot when it hits. They love to shoot up in the air, and they love to the fireworks. It's like a nonstop party, but some of them get pretty loud, man. It's like,
what do they think about Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know if that's that big of a deal here. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to see. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, my son Blaze was born on May 5th, so he's born on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
I've had my friends tell me that that's just like an American thing. They don't care about much of Mexico. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
Christine S., welcome to 2020, David. Thank you, Christine. Let's see. Liza J. Pair character with lovey-dovey eyes blowing red hearts in the air. Pair character with lovey-dovey eyes blowing red hearts in the air.
Yeah, it's funny how Ecamm describes them, right?
That's a perfect description there.
Justice has the worst. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
What's wrong with him?
Oh, he's just a minute. Justice must have eaten something. He's making the studio foul. I need to go light some candles. This is
Go
totally unacceptable.
go ahead and do that real quick, and once you get back, we'll probably wrap up
All right.
and then go ahead and close out. I'll just go through these super chats here. Super stickers. Let's see. Super M says Shiba Dog and Samurai. Oh, are these? Oh, so okay. So here, that's hilarious. So you guys are giving the super chats. I mean, the super stickers and stuff. Is that the actual description? Oh, hey, this is hilarious, Vocab. This is
Say
hilarious. No, this is hilarious, dude. So
Hmm.
when I'm looking at, so down here on my laptop, I have the video, right? I have the video as it's live streaming, and then the chat, right? I have the chat over here. And so I look at it, and it says Super M, and then it has the super sticker, which is, it looks like some sort of dog holding a trophy, right? But
Yeah.
when it gets imported into Ecamm, it doesn't show me the picture, right? It says Super M. It gives the description instead of the actual super sticker. So the description it gives is Shiba Dog in samurai armor, and I didn't even notice that was samurai armor, but now that I'm looking at it, it's clearly samurai armor. But it's Shiba Dog in samurai armor holding a golden trophy. It's just funny that you've got this awesome description when it goes into Ecamm, but there, when you actually click on it, you get the picture. So anyway.
There's a pair doing a bow.
So hang on, let's look at some of these other descriptions. The descriptions are the stickers are cool, but the descriptions are also epic here. So Rox B, hers is Shiba Dog saying "good job" while raising his thumbs up. I don't know why, but the descriptions crack me up, man. Let me see if I can scroll down. And by the way, guys, for what I'm posting, for things I'm posting here, you can actually see them. You can actually see what the super sticker is if you saw it when it was coming down. But here's Michelle Marie's, and hers is pair character cheerfully blowing a party horn. These descriptions are awesome. And so those are for the super stickers. Then for the super chats, we have Riaz here. It says, Happy New Year's. Thanks, DW, for inspiring us all for the glory of Jesus. Well, one thing I am, Riaz, is inspiring. I'm joking there, but if I ever manage to actually inspire you, anyway, that's cool. All right, Vocab, scrolling down. Did you get through all 20?
Yeah. I did the last ones real quick. It's 21 if we count respond to Sadiq Abdul Malik.
Wait, what was that? Someone posted. Someone posted. Subscribe to Sadiq Abdul Malik.
Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he does.
He does?
Yeah, he does. If you go way back in the day, his videos are like him with Revolution Muslim. Those are the guys who got locked up for terrorism charges and for threatening the South Park creators. Remember that stuff? In other words, the other guys who were with him in the video, they were locked up. And it's him as like their speaker down in like Times Square and stuff like that, shouting at people. So it's just funny that's that's
wow.
On YouTube. You see what I'm talking about? Did you look it up?
I'm looking him up right now. It looks like wait, is he an older guy?
Sadiq, I mean, yeah, he's not a young guy. He's probably, I'd guess
he has a large white beard. He looks like the Islamic Santa Claus.
I would guess late 50s or 60s possibly.
He's leaving voicemails like that, and he's an older gentleman?
What, do you think he was like a young butt?
I thought a guy like that would have had to been seriously in Max's late 20s, because the kinds of things he says, I always assumed he was like a guy in his young 20s who just kind of was very zealous. I cannot believe he's an older gentleman.
Yep.
That is, and this is 8 years ago, so I am shocked that he's an older gentleman. I would had no idea. Wow, okay, that's fascinating.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
Just trying to, we're going to close out here in a second. Liza J says, God bless you. David and Vocab, thank you for all you do to make it easier to join. Apostate Prophet added join browser link in the description box. Video momojis. See, vocab, you're the one who came up with emojis for my emojis of Muhammad, but the apostate prophet did you one better. He just made available his channel memberships today, and his are a bunch of sort of his prophet looking
I saw
emojis.
Tears and stuff, like tears raining down and stuff like
but
that.
But he called his momojis. That's awesome. That's better than the one you came up with. I'll still stick with emojis, but momojis. That's pretty funny.
Well, it's like a series of progressions because you had some other one that wasn't that as good. You had some other one. I forgot what it was.
What do you mean?
I thought you had a title before that. Anyways, I don't remember.
Yeah, no. I stuck with your title. As soon as you said emojis, I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'm keeping that. But then, yeah, he came up with momojis, and that's just hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to Fireside Talker, who joined the Boom Squad, the greatest group in all of history.
I think I'm going to set mine off, and I'm going to have to get the. You can start it and then add the icon things later, right?
Why don't you go ahead and make your icons, man? Get them professionally made. I'll cover the cost if you want to have them made. Just think about if you come up with something you want to make them. I'll get them for you. Oh, hang on. This is awesome. I don't know why I like this, man. But Sooner for Now has a super sticker. It's the pair riding a rocket, and I know that in Ecamm it's not going to show any of that. It's just going to give me a description. If I can find it. Where is it? Come on. I want that. I really, really want the description. The descriptions crack me up, man. Come on. Give me the description. I'm addicted, man. Gosh, I can't find the description over here.
You're funny, bro.
I am funny.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting year, man. If you think about it, man, it's like I view 2020 as the year of synergy, energy, momentum, movement. You know what I mean? Like no unity, harmony, moving forward. Like I view it 2020 as that year for YouTube apologetics. You know, I really do.
Man, what are you like, Tony Robbins?
I'm serious, man.
Your inspirational speech.
I could do that, you know. I could be like, 2020 is the year of plenty. you know, you can do a whole thing, man.
me and Sam years ago, we were staying at a hotel, and we were speaking at a conference, and we knew we might have 50, 60 people there or something like that. But at the same time, we were getting ready to go speak at this church we were speaking at. There was a Creflo Dollar. There was a Creflo Dollar event. And the hotel was basically packed out with people who were there for the Creflo Dollar event. And that time, me and Sam said, if we ever become atheists, we're actually going to become prosperity gospel preachers, right? In other words, we wouldn't really believe it, but we understand, hey, if you really want to get a ton of people following you, you just go and tell them, hey, God wants you to be rich. Make Jesus your choice. You'll get a Rolls Royce. We'll keep telling them that, and then they'll follow us. And the other thing we decided if we become atheists is that we're going to pretend to convert to Islam, and we'd be so famous. We'd be famous in the Muslim world that we'd get anything we want. Fortunately for me and Sam, we both remain devout Christians, and so we don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
2020 is the year of perfect vision, ladies and gentlemen. You just take those glasses off your face, turn to your neighbor and say, I don't need those anymore. Say, I don't need those anymore, because in 2020, I'll be seeing plenty. Ha!
Hang on. We have, I'm looking at this. So, what I see is that pear-shaped thing on a rocket. But when I look at it up here, it's the description is pair character riding a firework rocket disappearing away before bursting in the sky. I don't know why, but I think the descriptions are cool. All right, we should go ahead and wrap up vocab. Any final thoughts, final words?
Did you say wrap up?
Oh, did you want to wrap things up for us?
Why? It depends if we're thinking inside the box or outside the box. I don't know. What's up, bro? You gonna do this? You gonna do this or what?
Shout out to Animesh. Says, thanks, thanks, David Wood and Vocab. Happy New Year to both of you. Wait, what did you want to do, Vocab?
Well, I thought you could beatbox and then I could just freestyle and close it out.
It's not off at all. Like if I'm beatboxing, you hear me, and you can rap to it.
You know what? I could try.
There's no delay
On Skype. I could try to play a beat over Skype.
No, I mean I'll give you a beat. I'm just saying there's no delay, right?
I don't know because I think it's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me beating? Can you hear me beatboxing?
Well, you're not.
Is that clear?
Yeah, let's try it.
So you want to go for it?
Let's try it.
I'll keep a simple one. Don't want to make it too difficult.
Okay,
but try and keep it on the topic of New Year's.
Okay.
New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Things you've been planning and stuff like that. Making 2020 epic. Things like that. You got that?
Yep, I got it.
All right, guys. We're going to go for it here. I'm going to beatbox, and we have Vocab Malone. He's got a freestyle for us. Ready? And this is cool because lots of people who are on my channel who aren't on your channel, they don't know you're a freestyler. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah. Rapping for the kids. Talking about YouTube vids. Here we go again, make a YouTube vids. Shout out to the cats though, sick like SIDS. That joke, straight messed up. Vocab Malone in the Benny messed up. What did I do? Not very cool. I broke my glass with an ice cube, dude. Not Ice Cube, the old school rapper. 2020, a brand new chapter. Yes, indeed. What's the factor? When I'm tired, I take a nap with David Wood at 17. Spit these rhymes for the old and teen. What we do? Gotta keep it clean. Gonna create apologetic machine. Yeah. Don't be a liar. This is the year for the new empire. It's galactic. I'm a Baptist. Vocab Malone and David, we rap this. Like Jurassic Park with Tyrannus now in the middle of the dark. Wanna be saved? Jump on the ark. Wood and Mr. John Mark was cool. The Boom Boom Squad. Lord, we rap for God. It's hard. It's not that hard. This is how we do. Deep decide which means first. This work here again with no type first. Yes, ma'am. Sir, shout out to Anthony Rogers. Like, what do you mean? On scene. So everybody go ahead and cheer. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
John Beaver said, back up a little, your beat is cutting out vocab. Oh, yeah. He was saying I was too close to the thing. All right, that's my fault, guys. We will master this art here. I didn't realize I was too close.
Well, it helped. It was about the right volume for me, so it's kind of hard to get it just right.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I will be out of vocabs, and then we'll be side by side, which makes it easier.
Yeah.
All right. So, any last words to everyone, vocab?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm just excited about 2020, and I really do think those things are true. You know what you said in your video today, what we talked about today. The Lord's in charge, and every year brings new things. But I do believe in prayerfully submitting our plans to Him and getting wise counsel from others. So some people in the live chat are wise counsel. Some of you guys are idiots, and I don't care about your opinion. But some of them are wise counsel. And I do think that's important. I love goals that also deal with other people, but in a positive way. Like trying to lift them up or help them out or bring them. I think that's great. And so I encourage people to do that. Yeah, we fail. We'll make mistakes here and there. But you know what? It's better to aim high. aim for the stars and hit the moon is better than not aiming at anything and hitting it every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That's actually true, and I actually tell my kids that. I say, hey, make yourself a schedule of what you're going to get done, and if you don't actually manage to get it done, guess what? At least if you tried, you will get more done than if you hadn't had a plan. And so it's good. It's good aiming for stuff. All right. Happy New Year to everyone, and I'll have some awesome stuff coming for you. It's 12:18 where I am, so it's technically today. Some cool stuff out for you later today. All right, catch y'all later. Thanks to Vocab for joining me.
Yes, indeed. Happy New Year, everybody. God bless. Looking forward to 2020 and Happy New Year.